Hello, ma'am. My name is Minhaj Farhan. I am with my group members Gautam, Yash, and Sohidul. So we'll be presenting our presentation about the cross-cultural management and global business for coursework one. The topic what we were appointed is the exploring challenges of new global and business environment in terms of the Geely Automotives combining their partnership with the Lotus Motorsports and what they have to do running a business in the United Kingdom. Okay, just for the overview, we'll be discussing about the areas of cross-cultural management within the context of how global business environment is affecting the UK, what challenges are they facing, and what sort of the recommendations and the solutions that we can come up with. So if I talk about the introduction of the Geely Automotives, they basically started their the automobile industry in June 1997. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So the Geely Automotive it became first privately owned by China in the year 2001. The first batch that they ever created and exported successfully was the year 2003. And moving on to the more talking about the introduction of Geely automobiles success rate, the Mr. Zhejiang Geely, he reached out an agreement with the Ford to complete and acquire Volvo cars, and they became first Chinese multinational automotive group back in 2009 March. And also there was a very interesting thing that which I and we did not know about, that taxis which are being run in London is a part of the Geely automobiles and the Volvo itself. If we talk about the Lotus automobiles, the Anthony Colin Bruce and Chapman, he basically found the Lotus engineering, and he basically built the race cars in 1952. He entered the Formula One racing in 1958, and they won their first Grand Prix in 1960 Monaco Grand Prix, the 24-hour race. The Chapman built they first built their production car in the year 1960. Oh, 1960, perfect. And they collaborated with Ford in which year? 1960. 1963. Perfect. Okay. And they produced with a huge financial in the year 2003. Okay, if you talk about the achievements of what they got, the General Motors purchased 91% of the Lotus Group in the 1986 after the passing on the founder of the Ford, Mr. Chapman. So they officially stopped racing in the F1 in 1994. So we'll be discussing the macro. Yash, can you please continue from here?
Yeah, my name is Yash Shah. So we're going to discuss the microenvironment analysis of UK and China. So let's discuss the PESTER analysis of UK. So PESTER analysis UK encounters five factors, which are political, economical, social, technological, and environmental factors. Let's begin with the political factors. As per the BBC, UK is the foremost effective nation in the world in terms of business and economic system. And London is the capital of this city and is also a capital of capable of backing up culture of a United Kingdom. As a Brexit, UK has withdrawn from the EU, means European Union, which may be believed that it brings instability in the country, but others believe that it's an open doorways for many individuals, for other nations as well. UK being as a P5 countries, United Nations holds a great control in handling any agendas like worldwide financial, social, military, and political issues. Another factor is economic factors. UK holds the estimate of 2.7 trillion US dollars worth of GDP, which puts the UK economy at the sixth position globally amongst all the countries. The reason behind the UK is the largest economy is because it has a diverse market. It is the highest number of consumers in the UK. As the many countries are interested in this country because it has a highest consumer. The business, uh, I'm sorry, the valuing the lives of a people living the UK demands is always ready. UK is
Okay.
the sixth biggest economy within the world by ostensible GDP. During the COVID-19, country were enormous weight of using their nation's treasure to run the country since the majority the business was
Mm-hmm.
stopped. Nonetheless, the UK pumped out 100 billion pound given to the businesses, and it was a great reflection, and the economy was getting stable as well. In terms of foreign investors, FDI, the foreign direct investments, were taking very much interest in this country as UK has a diverse culture and attracted many investors to invest in the market. In there are many several uh, there are several market open in the UK like food, science, technology, and real estate. Moreover, the wages in the UK has been increased annually, and the national living wage 23 plus is like 8.91 as per the April 2021. Let's discuss the next factor is social factors. The UK has generally has been affected by the concept of social class. Since the population multicultural, it has created a variety of unused items and markets which has provided the requirement of distinctive races and religions. There's still numerous openings out there for association to explore. The education system in UK keeps on updating, which means the wide range of courses have accepted worldwide, and also the education is getting expensive in the UK as well, every yearly. Let's discuss the technological factors. UK is the foremost or important technological progress nation in the world. London is the incredible center for both financial and technological institutions. Businesses are frequently creating modern advances for their own clients, and it is helping the clients to grow their own businesses also. The technology segment could be a major contributor to UK economy as a part of investment and or a gift are coming into the segment. The second last analysis of vessel is environmental factors. The UK now and then faces challenging like climate conditions. In any cases, the climate still plays a vital part in the tourism, as there are a lot of tourists come to the UK, and it has been the best destination for the tourists. Millions of sightseers come around from the UK, especially during the summer. The tourism has the biggest contribution to the economy all every year. So the next special analysis we are going to discuss is China. The political factors over here is China is one of the foremost capable nation in the world. It is the lasting part of a security. It is being a it has a permanent position at the Security Council of United Nations. China has been appreciated as a steady political environment, and the need of political opportunity is a range of major means many local people have raised the concerns because the country is not democratic, it's a communal party. China is a part of WTO, APEC, BRICS, BCIM, ASEA, and additionally, and G20 as well. It has a kept extraordinary political relations with many other countries in which exchange the legislative issues. The next factor is environmental factors. China's fast financial advancement, the fast growing of its economy, has affected environmental. On other hand, it has affected in many ways like contamination, uh, industrial waste, deforestation, climate changing, biodiversity, and it has many other changes it has came up. But But to note down a point is that China has decentralized the climate changing, and it has passed on to the local people to take over the problems in the locally related to climate, and they have also running the campaigns regarding the environmental issues. Next factor is a technological factor. It is a very important issue. Uh, it is a very important issue that has a magnetic significance in pestle analysis is that the technological environment. China has the world's largest online population with over 854 users. It is the highest online population from all over the world. There are some big tech giant companies like Baidu, Alibaba, Tencent, who and there are other companies are so powerful that companies wanted to come at the China but have failed it because of their existent competitors. For example, let's look at the Uber as an example. Uber has entered in July 2014 and it exited in 2016 because they had legal issues with the government. China has set a vision worldwide. It wanted to be a leader in science and innovation. And this way they have started a campaign called Mass Business and Innovation Program in 2015. The program points spreading business throughout the China. Moreover, this will assist to move the nation from labor intensive economy to innovation driven one. The second factor is, second last factor is economic factors affecting China. China is the second biggest economy in the world. The nation has moved from centrally planned to the market-based economy. And because of this step taken by the Communal Party, this way they have increased every year 10% in their GDP. One of the reasons why many global companies manufacture in China because of the cheap labor. And this way they have increased the competitive advantage for China. However, some analysts argue that because of the rapid growth of economy, the wages have also increased rapidly. Let's discuss the taxes in China. The standard corporate tax in China is like 25%, but however, the government reduced the rate up to 15% for the qualified business. And the individual tax rates in China is like 3% to 45% as per the PwC 2021. China's position itself is an extraordinary goal for foreign direct investment. In fact, it has overtaken the USA to become the top destination for FDI in the world, as per the BBC 2021.
Right.
So, Mehaj, you discuss
Yeah, I
about
can
the
continue
Cage
from here.
framework.
Thank you, Yash. Considering the fact that the UK and China both are the developed nations, and they both are fighting the best to be the to be on the top of the whole wide world, considering the amount of the GDP that they produce on annual basis, we'll be talking about the cage framework of UK and China. Like doing trade overseas is a full of risk. So indeed, if you talk about if the open source in UK and China, the probability of the victory sometimes it takes a jump off. So to help in this assessment, we're going to be looking at the four cage dimensions. Okay, the first one we're going to be discussing about is the cultural distance. Okay, in the cultural distance, this shows the contrast of how societies, the contrast of societies between, the targets and the domestic nations, and the history of connection between the countries, which gives one source of clarification. And if we move on to our second point, that's the administrative distance. The legitimate and the political framework of these both of the countries should be decided on the regular basis. To remove just to get removal between the two. And if the nations where the political frameworks are diverse, the majority of the government diversity, the communism takes place. If you talk about the geographical distances, there is a very strict physical separation between the domestic and target nation. it's basically a key of thought of this measurement. The more the miles the nations are separated, the longer it takes, to dispatch it from one end to the other. But the mileage, isn't it's not as much calculated. But if we're exporting some good stuff, from one country to the other, it's a very very much do. And if you look at the economic distances, the GDP per capita is different. For example, if you talk about the culture, there is English language part, the food. If you talk about the administrative part, there's the parliament, and China is also a member of the UN. If the geographical, the UK is very very close to the cities, so that they can spread their goods out. And if you talk about China, they mainly use the planes, at the seas to just transport their goods. And if we also compared the both of the countries by the offsets inside, as you can see from our results, we can see that the China has more power distance than the UK, but the UK has is much more relying on the individualism as compared to China. The masculinity is sort of same. The manpower in both countries are same, as they both are doing well fine jobs when it comes to employment opportunities for male genders. And if I talk about the uncertainty avoidance, UK is slight up with that, but China is not. The long-term orientation and diligence are a big difference compared to these both two countries. And we are two culture challenges. So I do.
Thank you, Minhas. Hello, ma'am. As I earlier made talk about the topic, other two topics. Now I would like to talk about cultural challenges in UK for Geely Automotives. First of all, British peoples are very punctual and disciplined. So if Geely want to make a successful business in the UK, so they should be very punctual, as well as they should understand the British people's mind. Now, the other thing is power distance. In the UK, power distance is one of the major factor, and also they decreased any hierarchy than many other countries. Moreover, Geely Automotive running Lotus Automotive will be free of any personal threats of company and can have trust in the system while working. Also, British are known for patience, and they're really polite. So Geely Automotive should understand their mind, and they should read what British peoples want, and as well as they should, I mean, expected arrival or announcement, they should assure to the British people. And also the British are formal with strangers, and also they always like to say thank you and sorry if they make me any mistakes. So Geely should accept their mistakes, as well as they will praise if they make any good things in the UK. Let's move on. Disposable income in the UK nowadays, people are just getting a wage which is really minimal as compared to their costs, because of the price is getting higher in every things. So people are really feel hard to afford their food as well as other things. So if Jelly Automotive would like to make a successful business in the UK, they should consider about the prices, and also they should look after the British people wages, so that British people can afford the car. And also the maintenance rule and regulations in the UK is very strict. If any driver made any mistakes or anything, they get punished, as well as they have to pay for insurance, and there are so many things. There is a word, just uh, maintaining the rule and regulations as a driver is like just maintaining a family. Now the other thing is natural disaster in the UK. It's I can say it's usual. Wind is the big factor in the UK. Usually there are so many winds in the UK, so Geely Automotive should make a strong vehicle so that it can be protected from the wind. And also we can't predict the future, so if any pandemic come, Chile should be prepared themselves for protect them. I mean, if I talk about COVID, it comes suddenly and it just makes messy everything. So Chile should aware about these things, and they should just prepare themselves for the future. And if I talk about public transportation, nowadays British people really love to use public transportations. It has many facilities. For example, public transportation is I mean not so much costly, and also they don't need to pay any insurance or other things. Whenever they would like to go anywhere, they just go through public transportation. Let's move on the electricity bill. In the UK, people are just concerning about the electricity bill. So if Geely made electric car, then it will be big issue for the UK British people, because of they need to just charge their vehicle, as well as they need to maintain the electricity bill. So I think it will be a big impact or big impact for the Geely Automotive. So they should consider about it, and they should make their vehicle as like it takes few electricity, or I think and also petrol price in the UK is high as compared to other countries. In the UK nowadays petrol price has rise up as compared to other years. So Geely should make vehicles like which takes few fuel as compared to other cars. So then they will able to success their business. And also if I talk about the car segments, British people are like mini and lower medium, and Geely needs to focus in their two segments to increase their market capital.
All right, thank you so much, Yash.
Thank you.
Before
Thank
we
you, mate.
before we continue to the recommendation, just a point to be cleared out over here. The if the petrol prices in the UK are high, the Geely automotives are, they are provided with the electricity cars, which is basically saving the fuel, and also running on the electricity. So they should also work at what sort of cars that they are bringing on. They should mention that the batteries are disposable. If we move on to our recommendations, okay, the British way of communication is polite. They are gentle, they are so respectful. So just Julie should be represented. Them should be they should represent themselves in a sort of informal way, in the sense of creating a very friendly way of communication rather than using a formal one. That's how the British polite when they are running a business together, or whenever they are meeting. Formal is art for being formal is one way, but being an informal and being a friendly care environment to set a business deal, that's what makes the Britishers more impactful. So they can also increase the chance of getting their delivery beforehand if they could maintain this relationship well. And you get the high power distance, which means they have a lot of opportunities for the markets to invest to, and it means that the market is friendly with lots of potential buyers. Frequently conducted cross-cultural workshops for the employees. They understand the each of the cultures. That also goes for the employees and the managers. Being the president of. Okay, to summarize our whole, we put out 6 points to summarize our findings and our recommendations. First things first, the business is good. Since the chances for the Geely automotives are high in the UK, because Lotus is providing environmental free vehicles in the country, which will eventually benefit the environment and geographic factors of the UK. The connections would be widened, like they're considering the partnership, like the Geely and Lotus, they will be widening the reach, and they will also they will be sharing their customers also. Yeah, and they will be delivering to customers. Redelivering for customers, it basically says that they will be creating great number of customers. If we just adding the Lotus and the Geely customers itself, the customers will keep coming back. After a few months of the successful raise of the profits, the customers will see that they have a wide range, and the charts are going off, and they will get more customers in the meantime. They we will be presenting as leaders, right? In the industry across the globe. The Geely and others will be competing with the Tesla, one of the leading electric vehicles of the car manufacturers, which will be giving very market and potential threat, considering Tesla being the one of the the leader. Thank you. The team will grow. With this partnership, there will be a lot of employment opportunities in the UK. Considering the fact that both of these companies will be working together, will create a huge range of employment opportunities in the UK for the students and for the people who are working in this type of industry. And are this way we are breaking down the charts of the unemployment in the UK itself. These are the links for the presentation we used. Thank you.
Thank you.